Yes, welcome back ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz Universe to the channel. We'll be taking a look at the T30 today, because I had a birthday, a seasonal milestone on the tank, which means you get 5 times the XP and double the credits. Decided to have that little game. It's actually this one on Dead Rail was a good one. And then there was a replay dropped, or at least a screenshot dropped on the clan Discord by Zolo 0782 from the LGR clan, who had a mastery on the T30, and I decided to dust it off for a little bit, just figure out, is this tank still worth playing? And it was interesting to see, at least I thought it was interesting to see, that the T30 didn't really perform as bad as I would think. I was thinking this one's bottom of the list. Big damage, big gun, long reload, long aim time. This one is probably not that well in terms of average win rate. It's not well performing in terms of average damage, etc, etc. But much to my surprise, it was quite respectable, to be honest. I mean, there's 37 tanks in tier 9 at the moment, and there's a few of them are, of course, premium/collectible tanks. But this guy still holds his own, the T30. It's actually the 4th one in damage. The K91 is the top one, then you have the Conway, the Waffle Tractor, and then the T30. But it's sitting above the DPM beast, that is the Arc Tiger. It's sitting above the Hori Type 3, which is played way more. It's sitting above the Foch by far. And in terms of average win rate, it's not that bad either. It's just above 50%. And if you're then looking at a relative win rate, well, it loses a bit compared to what the usual win rate is for players, but not as much as, say, the Badger 25T AP. And that relative win rate is a good example of showing how a tank will perform, and that's why you maybe haven't seen this one a lot in the buffs and nerf statistics for World of Tanks Blitz. As you can see, I'm on camp rail. I'm trying to feather this shot in on the Foch 155, but I hit the side of the tank. I aimed it perfectly, I think. Just as he crested the hill, I knew that front plate would open up, but I hit him on the side. It was a bit annoying, and we are a few tanks down. It's 3 versus 6. Luckily, the Foch 145 decides to go full YOLO on our Death Star, who had the wittiness, who quickly reacted. He had fired once, he then moved forward into this little corner, and we just obliterated that Foch 155. And that's what this tank is about. I've named this video the Punisher, and this is what it can do. Of course, you could do this with a 400 alpha gun as well, or a 500 alpha gun, or basically any big gun. But you need to wait with this tank until somebody makes a mistake, and then you will punish them for 640 alpha on your AP. And you do have a lot of things to work with. We'll take a look at the statistics of this one in Blitz Hangar for a bit, and show you what the strengths and weaknesses are of the tank. But suffice to say, this tank sacrifices quite a lot for having a turret, basically. The turret, however, when facing front, is rock hard. As you can see here, I bounce at Jagdpanzer, and then I track him and I get a little bit of assistance damage, but it's okay. He's down. We are 3 tanks versus 3. 3 and 3, a fairly low health standard B. they have a tortoise and a full health E75. And the standard B is going to clear our Death Star. There it is. Then I'm going to swing the gun around, aim just very, very, very little, and we're going to hit him, and then roll back, face forward with the turret towards the tortoise, and we're going to bounce the shot, and we can't put a shot into the tortoise, but luckily we have a Jagdpanzer E100 still with us. You can see the turret shots, the shots of the tortoise and the Jagdpanzer E100, they bounce on my gun mantlet and on the lower part of the turret, and that's basically all the armor you have. Right? On the back you don't have a lot, and the sides of the turret they are good, but not impenetrable. But your gun, 155 millimeters of American justice and big damage. I like big guns, and I cannot lie. It's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of gum. But as long as you can stay held down in this tank, I mean, it's an American tank. You have to go held down. You have good gun depression. You have a big gun. This is just a T29 on steroids, and that's not actually surprising at all, because the T29 was developed at the end of World War II, basically a souped-up T26/M26 chassis with an extra road wheel in there and a big turret and a big gun, because a 90mm gun was deemed unsatisfactory against the Tiger IIs of World War II. And the Americans decided to put big guns on the heavy tank. They fitted a 105 on the T29, they fitted a 120mm on the T34, and the T34 turret was also equipped with a 155mm gun, and that was a T30. And the tank was a heavy tank in World War II, or at least during development. And if you keep that in mind, then you have the playstyle of this tank. Try to go hull down as much as possible and try avoid getting hit, because your hit point pool is not brilliant. Your DPM, if you're looking at the tier 10 tank destroyers, isn't really good. If you're looking at tier 9 itself, it's bottom of the list, and in tier 10, yeah, it's not brilliant. Penetration wise, the gun is good, but you have APCI and you gain a bit in terms of penetration, but not as much as heat guns would get. But it hits hard, and obviously you have a good HE shell at 960 average per shot, which is the best in class, shared with the other 152mm and 155mm guns. But as said, you sacrifice a lot for having a turret. Base aim time, lowest of them all. Dispersion, bad. Dispersion when moving, goodish. When rotating the turret, obviously the worst in class, because you're practically the only one that has a turret. Gun depression angles, really good. As you can see, elevation, not so much 15 only. Turret reverse speed, that's just really bad. But it has a turret. And all the mobility as well. I mean, it's not a sneaky tank, as you can see. You sacrifice a lot for having that turret. So let's take a look at how that turret looks like. You can see the sides, well, 127. That's respectable, but it's flat. Everybody will punch through. And especially the side armor, 51 over here. We've got 76 on the front, which is a bit better. That means that you can't get overmatched by the big guns. But if there are big guns, big HE guns, they can shoot you through the side, especially in the engine deck with HE. They don't even have to shoot you in the back, they can just shoot you through the side. If you have the big guns, shoot a T30 above the track on the back end and you will be guaranteed to do damage. But if you're looking at this, say hello to my little friend. Good luck digging this guy out then. Look at that. I mean, you have to resort to heat to premium ammo to punch through the side of the turret, and you will not punch through the gun mantlet. And this is a bit of a weak spot, quote-unquote weak spot. And as you can see, when it's sitting on flat ground, this is an easy pen. This indeed is an easy pen with practically any gun there is. But once you're using the maximum gun depression, you're gonna hide to cupola, and they can't really punch through this at 237. They have to. It's a very, very tight shot, but you can penetrate that shot over there. You can penetrate it on the turret and shoot just below the gun mantlet as well. That is a bit of a weak spot. But just show this. Just try to show this maximum. And if you're peeking with the tank, try to do stuff like this. I mean, this is an auto bounce angle. You might be able to shoot, drive back like that. That should work out just fine and dandy. The playstyle, however, of this tank is, well, let's say it's a bit boring. I mean, I like it. I like the T30, make no mistake about that. Just that 155mm gun is just epic, and there's so many targets on the tiers you're facing in tier 8 and 9 and 10 that you can penetrate with HE. Standard B, I'm looking at you, or are you 251? You just come to me. You can penetrate them with HE. If you want to shoot a tank like a Sheridan, you can blast them in a turret, no problem whatsoever, no questions asked. The back of a T92 E1, ooh la la, that's going to be fun. Turret of a Dassault, you can penetrate that one with HE. But if the things are working out as they are doing here for Zolo0782, who is lucky to not get shot by that Death Star and gets the 622 roll on the tank, this isn't the most ideal situation for a T30. You will want to sit in the back basically at first, with possibilities to hide your hull and only show the turret. And if you're looking at spots like this, then you have to be map aware, and he shoots a shot into the building, just trying to craft the angle on the Batchat 25T. This is not looking good, because his team is bogged down in the city, as you can see. And he's done only one shot of damage so far. That's an STB who wants to roll in. The Reds have a Batchat, obviously. The Sheridan is a good tank with a big gun. And this shot, annoying, that dunks into the ground. I think you should have waited a little bit, buddy, for that for the Batchat to charge in on the Sheridan, and then wait it out and have a fully aimed shot. But you can already see what is happening, because that STB, that guy, isn't too keen on pushing in. Because he realizes, oh boy, that's a T30, that's gonna hurt in the morning if he hits me. Yes, if he hits you. And Zolo has AP loaded now and shoots, but just as he fires, on the move, full bloom, full dispersion. This gun control, it's an American gun. If it hits hard. You have to let it fully aim, but it can troll as well. But if an STB is then gonna show you his butt, oh yeah, 855, up the ass for you, buddy. That's just great. And then you can sit here, you can just roll forward behind the house, reload, and your reload is so long. I mean, by the time you're reloaded, you're probably off the Red's radar. You've got 14.4 seconds, which means that Zolo is running the rammer on this tank. I don't really care for the ram, it just takes like 1 second off the reload, and the reload is bad anyway. So why would you go with the rammer? I would want to go with the big gun. Ooh, that's some motion. Ooh, that one bounces. That's annoying. This is not looking good. He's got 2 kills, and it's 3 minutes into the game, and it's 3 versus 3. But 1487 damage dealt, and he has that long reload, and that's a red T57 heavy who has fired once, twice at least, 3 times now maybe. You have to make a bit of a push, buddy. You have to make a bit of a push. Try to get a shot into a tank. Preferably a big gun, maybe the T57 heavy is what it's going to get. Yes, he's proxy spotted. And that's a bit annoying, because the Reds know now he's coming, he's rolling in, going hold on. Ooh, no, this is Desert again. Turn around. Gets the shot on the mantlet. And now he's going to get punished by this T57 heavy. And he's facing towards the enemy. Yes, face the enemy. Hug that mantlet into his face. Here we go. Yes, big shot into the front. Lowest roll 562 only. That is annoying. But the T57 heavy has fired all 3 shots. And that means that he's on a long reload. I'd say 20 seconds. You could penetrate the side of the T57 heavy as well with an HE roll, which would have cleared this tank now. Roll in, face again, yes, face him with the turret, face him with the gun mantlet. Backwards, 5 seconds to reload. 4, 3, 2, 1. Who catches a shot on the tracks? Lucky you. And there we go. Bounces another shot on the mantlet, I think. Not quite sure where, but he bounced it. And he's got 4 kills now, 2 higher tier tanks. He's killed the STB as well. That's 3 higher tier tanks. So let's roll in. Try to go for a red revolters medal. That's a big roll on the motion. 724. Yes, he's going to ask for the 5th kill because he would like to have it. And he's going to load HE because this is low shot kill. And he's going to kill his own driver as well. Boom! There we go. 5 kills. 4,501 damage dealt. 2,080 blocked. and a Hollowness medal too, and if you're gonna look at the title list, efficiency, he damaged himself as well. The T30, the Punisher, or if you're not careful, then you will get punished yourself. I hope you've enjoyed this review, ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz Universe. Please tell me what you think of the T30 in the comments below, and I'll catch you all tomorrow. Cheers! Happy tanking!